person for this wonderful event. I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to my Vice Principal ma'am, who always guided, motivated, supported me in all kind of activities and act as a resource person for these kind of programs. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your continuous support. Let's move on to the session. Good afternoon to one and all. Today we are going to discuss about Python modules and packages. First of all, we are going to discuss what are the topics we are going to discuss today. So what is in it for you? First, we are going to discuss files, exceptions, modules, and last we are going to discuss about packages. So first of all, what is a file? A file is nothing but a collection of information or records stored in a physical storage. That is, we the user using plenty of data, we are storing a small amount of data in a file. A file is considered as a non-volatile memory. Non-volatile in the sense, if we are storing the data, which is stored always in a permanent state. Even if a power off, or we can able to transfer the data in any kind of situation. That is considered as volatile, non-volatile memory. Next, if you want to do any operation in a file, first of all, we have to open the file, and then only we are going to do particular operation on the file. Okay, so what are all the operation which comes under file as we have to open a file, reading, writing a file, and after that we are going to close a file. In read operation, we are just going to read a file. In write operation, we are going to do some changes. That is, we are going to manipulate some data on the file. So the operations can be depicted as, we are going to open a file. After opening the file, we may perform read or write operation. After that, we are just going to close the file. Okay, let's have an theoretical practical session on this. In Python, we have working on text files and Python files. If you want to save any text file, we have to go with the notepad. See, here I am going to create a file. That is, I am going to open a notepad. Here I opened a notepad. In that notepad, we may type any content like that. Example, hi, welcome you all, Department of CSE. This is nothing but our file. In Python, we are going to save the file, this file in a text file like this. File, save, go to the location of Python. I'm going to save this file as hello.txt. This file is considered as a text file, so we have to save the file using the extension .txt. Okay, this is our text file. Okay, first of all, if you want to do any operation on the file, we have to open a file. After that, we are going to do read operation or write operation. After completing all the operation, we have to close that particular file. This is our file operation. Okay, that's what we are mentioned here. We have to open the file. After that, we may perform read or write operation, and we have to close the file. In the first step, we have created a file. The name of the file is hello. See, I have created a file, which is a text file. How we are going to do operation in a text file, we are going to discuss now. See, for opening a file, the open of function. For opening a file, we have to use the open of function. The open of function helps to open the existing file stored in the computer. That is, we are going to open a file which is existing in our particular computer. In Python, it returns a file object as a variable. That is, it is going to return a pointer as a variable. That is, it tells that this file may exist or not. See, I have created a file. Hello, this is our text file. I just wanted to open this file in a Python. See, I'm using a file pointer fp equal to open of, type the name of the file hello.txt, we have to mention the mode of file, in which way we are going to use. I am going to use the read mode. So I am mentioning as read or. Okay, this file pointer mentions that this file exists in our system. So the hello.txt file we are opening in a read mode. This is our way of opening a file. So for opening, we are having after opening the file, we are having two operations, read mode and the write mode. In read operation, we are having three methods. First one is read off, second one is read line off, third one is read lines off. Read line off returns the number of characters in the file. That is, how many number of characters available in the particular file. Read line returns the first line of the particular file. That is, it is going to return the first line of the text file. Read lines off returns all the strings in the given file. That is, which returns all the lines present in the file. Okay, we are going to discuss one by one. First one is we are going to open the file in an read mode. So I am mentioning as read mode R. So we are going to use a file pointer fp equal to open of hello1.txt file comma R. Okay, the first one is read off. The read off helps to return the number of character. Here I am mentioning read off 10. Okay, it returns only the first 10 characters of the file. See, we are going to see now fp equal to open of, the name of our file is hello.txt. The mode of the file is or, that is, we are going to do read operation on the file. Okay, after that the command is fp dot read of 10. Read of 10 in the sense it is going to return the first 10 characters in that file. See, our file is, what is the first 10 characters? Hi, hi, space 1 letter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the space after E ends by the 10th character. So hi, welcome is our first 10 characters. So it returns the first 10 characters of the file. So the read off returns the number of characters in we are going to specify the number of characters. It is going to return the number of characters in that file. And second one is read line off. Read line off returns the first line of that particular file. Read lines off return the all the lines present in the given file. Okay, see, this is our text file. fp file pointer equal to open of hello.txt read mode. I am opening this as read mode. fp dot read line off. I am mentioning read line off. The first line of the file is hi. So it returns only the first line, hi. See, in the second case, I am going to mention, I am going to open the same file. In that case, fp dot read lines off. Okay, it is going to give all the lines present in that particular file. In this file, we are having 3 lines, so it returns all the lines. So the /n specifies it is the next line, so it gives the line spacing. Okay, these are all the major operations which comes under file reading and writing. So if these are the read operation, we are reading the particular character or reading the first line, and also we are reading all the lines in the given file. Have you all clear? Shall we move on to the write operation? So next one is writing a file. That is, we are going to write a specific content into that particular file. Okay. See, first for writing content, for the same, we are going to open the particular file. After that, we are going to write a content into that file. See, I am opening a file equal to file pointer fp equal to open of hello1.txt. Here I am mentioning write mode as w. Okay, after that I am writing this file pointer dot write of welcome to all slash n indicates I am going to mention the next line, next sentence in the next line. It indicates the spacing. So f dot write of hi to all. So I am writing two sentences. See, if we are doing any operation, we have to open the file, and after completing all the operation, we have to close the file too. So I am closing the file as fp dot close off. See, file, new, open off. See, the name of our file is hello dot txt. I am opening the file in an write mode. I am writing some content fb dot write off welcome to the workshop. Next line fp dot write off welcome to the third day. See, after that we have to close that pointer. So fp dot close off file. Okay, see the file. I'm opening the same file hello. Here we are mentioning, we are going to open the hello.txt file in a write mode. After that I'm mentioning fp.write off welcome to the workshop, welcome to the third day, and I closed the pointer. That is, I'm going to close the file. See, that's the in the hello file it is mentioning that welcome to the workshop, welcome to the third day. So the next operation write we discussed. So in write operation we may use by using the write mode, that is w command. After that we have to close the particular file. So the close off, see, just now we discussed the close off method is used to close the file pointer. We are using some file pointer fp to open a file, to read a file and write a file. After that we have to close using the same pointer fp dot close off. It indicates that we are just closing the particular file. Next one is renaming a file. We are having option to rename the file. For renaming, we need at least two arguments to rename a file. See, the syntax for that is os dot rename of old file name comma new file name. The old file name is nothing but our existing file name. New file name is the name in which we are going to change, is nothing but our new file name. This is our example. We are having the text file as hello.txt. We can change this name of the file into welcome.txt. os dot rename of hello.txt comma welcome.txt. See, our hello file is renamed as welcome. In that welcome file, we are having the same content. Okay. So we have discussed about the renaming of file operation. And next one, we are having some more options in the file. That is, I am going to explain using some sample programs. This is our sample program. First program is we are going to count the number of lines in the text file. Okay, we are having a program to count the number of lines. For that, first of all, we have to open the file using a file pointer. Here I am using the file pointer as fr equal to open of file name dot read mode. So for counting the number of lines, I need to work on only on read mode. First count line is a 0. I am using a for loop. So count lines equal to count line plus 1. Print the number of lines. Okay. See, for this example, first of all, we have to file save. See, we are having 3 lines in this program. I am using a file pointer fr. First, we are opening the particular file. Open equal to hello.txt and writing the same codes. Count line for loop. Count line equal to count line plus 1. See, we have to save this file. Count. See, we are renamed this file as welcome. See, the number of lines in that particular file is 3. See, the number of lines in the particular file is 3. We renamed the file from OS to using the import OS. We renamed the file from hello to welcome. Next one is to print the number of lines in the file. So we are discussing about text operations and some of the programs using text, some programs to see the operations in the text file. So next one is to print the number of lines. So to print the number of line, we are using the command as file pointer equal to open of file name dot text. After that, for line in my file, that is our file name, print of line, we are using a close pointer to close the particular file. So see, we are using a pointer. In that pointer, we are using my file equal to open of what is our name of the file, welcome dot txt. For line in my file, print of line, my file dot close of. File, save. See, we are having 3 lines in that particular file. Welcome to workshop. Welcome to the 3rd day. Hi. Okay, this is another program. That is, we are going to print the print all the lines in the particular file. For this, we are using a for loop. So print of line. We open the file using a file pointer, and again we are going to close the file using the file pointer. Here I am using the pointer as my file. Next file is, we are going to read the contents from one file to another. That is, here I am going to copying the contents from one file to the another. See, here to copy a content, we need 2 file names. That is, I am going to open a file in a read mode and I am going to copy the file and into another file. So I am doing a write operation in that file. So hello1.txt is my source file. The hello2.txt is my destination file. Okay, in the destination file, I'm going to write some content. So write, I'm mentioning as W. So for same, for line in input, output dot write of line. So I'm going to copy the content from file 1 to the file 2. See, I'm using the same program with open of. Name of our file is welcome.txt. I'm opening the file in an write mode. See, here I'm mentioning the first file, source file, open.txt in a read mode. Read mode is I'm going to copy all the content in that file. So I'm mentioning as or. And the second file, I'm creating a destination file. This destination file, I'm going to write some content into that file. So I'm mentioning this particular file as W. So I'm going to open the second file in a write mode. For lion in input output dot write line of. Okay, see, I'm here using a same for loop. For line in input inputல இருக்கிற ஒன்னொன்னுத்தையும் நான் என்னவா எடுத்துக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா ஒரு லைனை எடுத்துக்கிறேன். சேம் அவுட்புட் டாட் ரைட் ஆஃப் லைன் அது வந்து செகண்ட் ஃபைல நான் வந்து காப்பி பண்ணேன். ஹியர் ஐ எம் காப்பிங் a content from one file to the another file. See, it gets executed. So go to the file. Here I am mentioning the first file as welcome, second destination file as example1. So welcome is our source file which is already in our system. So this example1 is our new file which is created now. See, the contents in the welcome file is copied to the example1. So the file is created and it gets copied. The contents of the welcome file gets copied into the example1. And next in file, we are going to categorize the file into some directories. Okay, why we are storing the file in directory is we are going to retrieve data using that path only. So we are going to save this file in some directories. For example, if you want to open a file or if you wish to perform some write operations or reading operation, Python look for its current directory. That is, it going to know where it is working. The name of the directory should be known for the user to work file on it. So the OS module provides functions for working with the files and directories. This OS is a module which helps to find the location of the particular file. So OS is an operating system which is a module in a Python OS. So the command os.getCW returns the name of the current directory. That is, then the file exists in which directory. It returns the file exists in which directory. See, the command for this is import OS. First of all, we have to import this module, import OS. So current working directory CWD equal to os.getCW of. Import OS current working directory equal to CWD equal to OS dot get CW off. So print current working directory import OS. Print of current working directory. See, I am working Python in C colon. Under that, portable Python 3.2.5.1 is nothing but my current working directory. So to get the working directory, I have to import the module OS. After that, I have to mention the command current working directory equal to os.getCWOF. That is, it is going to get the current working directory. After that, print the current working directory, print of CWD. The current working directory is C colon portable Python 3.2.5.1. C in C colon portable Python 3.2.5. Under that, we are working in a files. So the why we need to know the working directory is which helps to store a file or which helps to organize the file to retrieve the file in a proper manner. That's what we are using file names and path. So we are having two modes, path, absolute path and relative path. Absolute path specifies the current working path, whereas the relative path specifies the topmost directory in a file system. So that's all about file names and path. Next topic we are going to discuss about exceptions. Do you have any doubt or shall we move on to the next topic? Okay, shall I move on to the next topic? The next one is exceptions. Generally, we are discussing about Python programs. So in Python program, if you doesn't encounter any errors, it executes it properly. Okay, if you encountered any errors, the program execution may stop. That is considered as our exceptions. So what is exception and errors we are going to discuss now. First one, Python raised the exceptions when it encounters the error. That is, while the execution encounters any error, it considers as our exceptions. So the errors caused by not following the proper structure or a syntax is syntax error or passing error. That is, see the example, if a is less than 3, okay, if a is less than 3, we have to mention then what is the condition, or we have to mention what is the value for a. But there is no comment like that. If here we are having only if statement, there is no output of this particular statement. So it gives an invalid syntax. This is nothing but our error, syntax error. So errors can also occur at runtime, and these errors are considered as our exceptions. That is, if you are writing a coding, there is no error in a coding. While giving input or at the time of execution, it may encounter error. These kind of errors are considered as our exceptions. For example, when we try to open a file which does not exist, this kind of error is considered as our file not found error. We are going to divide a number by 0. Okay, the operation is possible, the program is possible. You may get a input as 2 number, and you may divide any number by another number. But if you give 0, which with the Python program can't able to divide any number by 0. Not only Python program, in general we can't able to divide any number by 0. So it indicates as 0 division error. So here next one is module error. That is, if you are not defining a particular module clearly, and if we didn't import that module, but if you want to do any operation on it, it is considered as our module error. So import error. Okay, that is, we are not importing that particular module. We are having many exceptions like this, but I am mentioning only few examples. So whenever these types of runtime errors occurs, Python creates an exception object. That is, if it encounters this kind of errors, we are going to handle this error in another way. Okay, if it doesn't handle it properly, it prints a trace back to that particular error. That is, the program will not get executed. It provides an error statement. So along with some details, why that error occur, ஏன் இந்த இடத்துல error occur ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படிங்கிறது இது என்ன பண்ண போகுதுன்னா மென்ஷன் பண்றது அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். See here I have given an example, 1 divided by 0. It indicates that 0 division error. Any number, if you have given a divisor as 0, the division cannot be take place. That is nothing but our 0 division error. So open of imaginary dot text. We doesn't create any file as imaginary. It mentions that file not found error. Okay. See, I'm going to give an example for this. if a less than 3. Syntax error. If a less than 3, we didn't complete this particular operation. If a less than 3, what is our conclusion? We didn't give conclusion. So within the syntax, it is considered as our syntax error. If we are mentioning if, we have to conclude then, else, like that. Next one, 1 divided by 0. It is nothing but our zero division error. That is division by 0. It indicates that traceback. Traceback is nothing but it raised an exception. That is, the program cannot be run. It indicates as error. What is the error? Is zero division error. That is, any number divisible by 0 cannot be take place. This is nothing but our division by 0. Next one. Open off. We are having we renamed the file as welcome.txt. Here we don't having any file hello.txt. This is nothing but our input output error. That is hello.txt. There is no such file or directory. There is no file named hello here. Okay, these are some kind of exceptions raised while running a program. And then we are going to discuss how we are going to handle these exceptions in a next manner. We are going to discuss. See, Python is having some built-in exceptions. The exceptions can be distinguished as built-in exceptions or runtime exceptions. So, common built-in exception, that is, this is considered as default. First one is attribute error. This error raised when an attribute assignment or references fail. That is, if we are mentioning some attribute and we are giving input as another manner, it raised an attribute error. Next one is floating point error. That is, if any operations under the floating point fails, it mention of arrays and floating point error. And next one is import error. That is raised when an imported module is not found. That is, if we didn't import any modules and we are working on it module bin, it mentioned that import that particular module. That is import error. We are having many built-in exceptions, but I am mentioning only a few. So what is built-in exceptions work is, Python has many built-in exceptions which forces your program to output an error. Okay, that is, we are going to give an output to that error. That is, it is mentioning this as our error, but we have to tell this we are going to solve this particular error. So when these exceptions occur, it causes the current process to stop. That is, the execution of this current running program gets stopped and it moves on to the next process. That is, in which way the user is going to handle it. It just stops the execution of the program. So if it doesn't handle the error, means the program will crash. That is, if it doesn't get the output. See, for example, if we are using 3 functions, function A, function B and function C, while executing in the function A, it calls the function B, whereas the function B will call the function C. If there is any exception in an error C, the exceptions moves to the function B and the exceptions moves to the function A. We didn't get output to any function A, function B and function C all waits for an while, because we are getting an error message. So this error message is split out into the all program. So the program execution is stopped. We are